trying to rewrite that initial narrative that was out there that basically Shedeur is wasting everyone's time.
But I think, and Dillon certainly thinks, that there is going to be a world in which Shedeur sets foot in a football game.
Wasn't Dillon. It was clear that this was made from the Browns, and I do think that's what's interesting about this is because I think any time the Browns leak any report about Shedeur, it ends up backfiring, even if it's a well-intentioned one like this, which is to tell Shedeur fans
we can only control what we can control, but yeah, I don't want to speak for anyone in particular, and
At that point, Gabriel was full.
Learned little details, definitely was ready for that, but all the details come down to it, and I think in any game you're going to want 4 to 5 plays back. Of course, the result will feel different, and maybe your 4 to 5 plays may feel different, but that's the game we live and play in. So, got to be better in those 4 to 5 plays is what. It wasn't not on the same page. That's me on my end, trying to be smart in certain situations, and we get cloud and get want to make an answer there.
Something big is happening inside the Cleveland Browns organization, and it's not just another quarterback shuffle. Behind the headlines, behind the interviews, there's a quiet storm brewing, and it's centered around one man, Shedeur Sanders. Reports are surfacing that the Browns aren't just grooming him for a backup role. They're preparing him for something far bigger, something planned, a future takeover. The whispers say the Browns are truly committed to making Shedeur the face of their franchise, a move that could change everything. But before we dive deep, hit that subscribe button if you love raw, unfiltered NFL breakdowns that go beyond the surface.
Wasn't Dillon. It was clear that this was made from the Browns, and I do think that's what's interesting about this is because I think any time the Browns leak any report about Shedeur, it ends up backfiring, even if it's a well-intentioned one like this, which is to tell Shedeur fans.
Now, I've been following this league closely, analyzing every move, every headline. And look, I've been researching about NFL for the last 7 to 8 years deeply. And what I think is this: what's happening with Shedeur isn't accidental. This isn't just about performance on the field. It's about narrative control. Insiders say the Browns are deliberately clearing his name, washing away every bit of controversy or doubt before unleashing him into the spotlight. That's not football strategy. That's corporate chess. A team doesn't clear dirt unless they plan to polish a diamond. And right now, that diamond is Shedeur Sanders.
Trying to rewrite that initial narrative that was out there that basically Shedeur is wasting everyone's time.
But I think, and Dillon certainly thinks, that there is going to be a world in which Shedeur sets foot in a football game.
The narrative around him has shifted almost overnight, from skepticism to celebration. Just weeks ago, critics were ready to dismiss him. But suddenly, the tone has changed. Analysts, former players, even league insiders, they're all praising his leadership, his presence, his maturity. And many believe this is intentional. The Browns are orchestrating a controlled shift in perception, making sure by the time Shedeur takes the field, the world sees a savior, not a rookie. It's a strategic silence, a cleansing storm before the dawn. And it's being led by someone powerful.
We can only control what we can control, but yeah, I don't want to speak for anyone in particular, and
At that point, Gabriel was
powerful. That someone, many insiders claim, is Jimmy Haslam himself. The Browns owner is no stranger to strategic maneuvering. From controversial coaching decisions to off-field business plays, Haslam's always had a plan, even when fans couldn't see it. He reportedly wants both rookies to play, not just to test talent, but to maintain full control of the narrative. Every quote, every leak, every piece of news about Shedeur might just be part of a bigger picture. And if Haslam's fingerprints are on this, it means one thing: There's a calculated push to make Sanders the Browns' future. But while one story rises, another falls. After the Browns' 21-17 loss to the Vikings, the tide turned sharply against Dillon Gabriel. Suddenly, the talk wasn't about his potential. It was about his failures. The media dissected every missed throw, every pressured moment, every breakdown in the pocket. When the game was on the line, Gabriel hesitated, and that hesitation may have opened the door for Shedeur's rise. The critics weren't just reacting, they were redirecting. The loss became fuel for a narrative shift that no one saw coming. Analyst Mary Kay Cabot Gabriel's words on social media once painted him as focused, grounded, and immune to distractions. But when it mattered most, those words turned hollow. He faltered, and fans noticed. He talked like a leader, one analyst said, but didn't play like one. Even former critic Rex Ryan, who once doubted Sanders, changed his tune. He questioned Gabriel's poise, saying Shedeur could have made a difference when the lights were brightest. When someone like Rex Ryan flips his stance, that's not just analysis, that's momentum. Momentum that pushes Shedeur one step closer to destiny. Now, pause for a second. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Because what we do here isn't just highlight reels or rumors. We dig into why these stories happen. The Browns are moving pieces on a chessboard, setting up a calculated transition. And right in the middle of it is a rookie quarterback who's barely taken an NFL snap. You can feel the energy building, the silence before the explosion. Something tells me this isn't just about depth charts. This is about legacy. When a franchise starts cleaning reputations, shifting media tones, and adjusting public narratives, it's not random. It's a blueprint. The Browns are setting the stage for a quarterback transition, one that feels as psychological as it is athletic. They're building a bridge from uncertainty to confidence, with Shedeur Sanders standing on the other side. The loss against Minnesota, the criticism of Gabriel, the praise for Sanders, it all fits too neatly, too perfectly, like a story the franchise wants us all to believe. And so, here we are, watching a quiet revolution unfold in Cleveland. Dillon Gabriel may still be the starter for now, but the writing's on the wall. The Browns are preparing the world for a change. They're crafting a story where Shedeur Sanders doesn't just replace someone, he redeems something. The fan base, the franchise, the future. And when that moment finally comes, when he steps under center and takes command, it won't feel like a surprise. It'll feel like destiny fulfilled, because this was always the plan, and it's already in motion.